Hi everyone, Amy here, coming to you from Phuket, from a little spot called Wifi, which is just along from where, well, I'm living in a place called Wifi. My apartment's just up there over my shoulder, and I've just popped out for some lunch. Was on my way back, just been sat listening to some audio, making some notes over lunch. Just along there, all the way along there, there's lots of little cafes and restaurants right on the beach. And if you're ever in Phuket and you're staying in the normal touristy areas, which is over the other side of the island, I strongly recommend you get down to Wifi. It's really quiet and much less built up. It's great. I love it. But anyway, to my point. My point that I wanted to share, something occurred to me whilst I was sat eating my lunch, or just walking back along here. You'll see a little sandwich board there, and all the way along this sort of promenade, there's boat services. So day trips or multi-day trips you can take out to the different islands, which I couldn't tell you what they're called individually. Along out that way somewhere is PP Island, there's James Bond, I don't know which one's which. But it got me thinking about something that our friend Stuart Ross mentioned on one of our calls recently. Now these calls are normally reserved for our students and our community, but this is too good not to share. So at the end of this video, what I'm going to do is chop out a bit of the recording and share it with you, because he puts it much better than I ever could. And it was an analogy about getting to an island. And it was on our founders call. So every month, Stuart and Jay will jump out on a webinar and share updates with the company, what's going on, updates to our training, any experts we've got coming on board and how things are developing. And he talked about some of the objections that we get from people that just frankly think our training is too expensive, or, you know, why can't we provide our training for less money or for free? And he will explain in this excerpt that I'm going to add on to this video why that is. But the point that he makes is just something I've been contemplating as I've been walking home. And that is, you know, if you're in a place in any area of your life, whether it's how much money you're making, your health, your relationships, anything, and you want to get to a different place, i.e. a different island, you know, what mode of transport are you willing to take? And as you see along here, there are many different boats and different forms of transport. Some have got engines, some have got like putt-putt engines, some are speed boats. Haven't seen any cruise ships along here, but these are all some of the analogies that Stu will make in this video, which is coming soon. And I was just contemplating it, thinking actually there's a lot of people out there who they say they want to go to a different place, to a different island. They're in a bit of a shit place at the moment. Now don't get me wrong, I by no means think that I am standing in a shit place. It's pretty nice here. But even whilst I was sat having my lunch, I was sitting there thinking, oh, I wonder what it's like over there. It looks really nice over there. I'm always wanting more, and I'm guilty of that. And it raises the question that, you know, we get a lot of people saying they want more, saying they want to change their life, saying they want to start a business, and they'll spend the rest of their lives saying they want it and not taking any form of transport to get them there, just struggling, never being content. And actually for some people the better journey or the better choice would be just to stay put and accept where you're at. Don't try and get over there, because you're never going to make it unless you're willing to take it seriously and get on one of these speedboats. And that's kind of the analogy Stu was using for our training. It's the only shortcut. There is no shortcut to success. There's no magic button of not doing anything and making money, but you can take a faster route by picking a different vehicle and picking some, you know, getting alongside some co-travelers who have already cut the path or cut the course. So I'm not going to ramble on too much more, but it's an insight that I found really valuable, and it's an analogy that I've used for a lot of people I've spoken to since who have expressed an interest. And, you know, you've really got to get to the bottom of whether or not someone can afford it, or whether or not they're just allowing their own fear and their own skepticism to stop them getting on the bloody speedboat and getting over there. Do you want to drag out the process of reaching your goals and getting to a different place in life and spend your whole life doing it? Or do you want to get there and start enjoying it? Do you want to get over there now? Do you want to get over there in 6 months? Do you want to get over there in 3 months? Do you want to get over there in 5 years? Or do you want to get over there 30 years from now, when you could have just spent your life happier and in your job? And it's a brilliant analogy. So with that, I will stop talking, wrap up, and I'm going to go and chop that bit of the recording out so that you can hear Stuart say it, because I think he puts it really well. So I hope you enjoy the rest of this, and I will speak to you soon in another video. Take care.
And I wrote down one of the other questions, I think, as well. Yeah, and a lot of people who say along the lines of, I'm going to stick at essential or basic until, you know, I've proven the system and, you know, seen what's happening, and then I'm going to upgrade, and how best they answer that. And the problem with these kind of questions, if it was as easy as answering for everyone, we could do videos, webinars, we could cover it in the OC, but there is no one answer for everybody. So it's down to each individual to make that decision. However, it did kind of trigger a thought process for me that I will share as a kind of closing statement. So I want everybody to picture two islands. We're going to call one of them Shit Island, and we're going to call the other one Paradise Island. Okay, so there's two islands. Now, when you're in a situation of unfulfillment, disheartened, not enjoying your job, broke, knowing that there's something better out there, you're kind of on Shit Island. And you know paradise is out there. Maybe you can see it on a clear day across the water. And it's natural that everybody wants to migrate. Everybody wants to go from Shit Island to Paradise Island. It's human nature. But not everybody is going to make the commitment. Not everybody is going to make it across. Some people are going to get their toes a little bit wet and turn back. And honestly, for a lot of people, just being content with Shit Island is probably the right route for them, you know. And I hate to say it, but not everybody is cut out for what it takes to migrate. Now, when it comes to getting across the island, let's say there's several different ways that you could do it. You could swim. The thing is with swimming is you better damn hope you're seriously fit. You want to make sure that you pick the right day to do it. You certainly want to hope that you don't get taken out by a shark. You know, some people will die trying, and it'll be a traumatic experience if they survive and turn around and make it back to the ship. Another option could be that you could take a canoe. Again, you better damn hope you're physically fit, and you better be mentally fit. And I kind of think that's the same with positioning with us. It's kind of like at the essential level, we're giving you a pretty damn good canoe. You better have the mindset stuff figured out, or you better be prepared to figure it out with us. You better be fit enough to persevere and grow. But it's feasible, as is swimming, as is figuring out affiliate marketing, digital entrepreneurship, all on your own in the waters by just relying on you and nothing else but you. But a canoe is obviously going to help you. I know I would rather take the canoe. Then there's kind of like the chance of having a sailboat, a small little sailboat, one person, catamaran, you know. Again, a lot of variables. You better hope that you pick the right day. You want to make sure the wind's blowing in the right direction, less chance of being attacked, maybe a killer whale, but certainly not a little shark. But do you know what? It's like a lot of people are going to take their chances to sail across and get out of the shit to paradise. Then maybe you could have a jet ski. Now, the great thing with a jet ski is that you can fit another person on there. You've got some power. Again, there could be some bad weather, some big waves. But do you know what? I know that I would rather take the jet ski. I'd rather have my buddy with me. I'd rather have a bit of power, a bit of leverage. I'm not a swimmer. Do you know what? I probably could be the canoeist. I'd just have to work myself mentally to get to there. But it's feasible. Then you've got like the opportunity of a power boat. You're not alone, more fuel, less chance of running out of fuel, can take a few people with you. It's going to be a smoother ride. There's going to be less obstacles. You're really increasing your chance of getting to paradise. And then there's a cruise ship with a captain. at the top. You don't even need to bloody drive the thing. You know, you've got so much support, a team of people taking you from, you know, shit to paradise. And whilst I can't give you a direct reflection of our product line, but that's kind of how I see it. Like, if you were on Shit Island Beach, let's call it Shit Island Beach, and you've got the choice to swim, there's some speedos, and then next to the speedos is a canoe, a sailboat, a jet ski, a power boat, a cruise ship. No amount of moaning or whinging that you haven't got the resources to take the cruise ship, you don't have the money, is going to get you on that cruise ship. And a lot of people wouldn't even question that they're entitled to it. You know, that's reserved for people that can afford it. Same with the jet ski in the middle of the road. Like, you know, it's a bit more investment. It's going to take more resources. Now, some people are very athletic, very mentally fit, very strong, and they just want to get on with it. And they're happy to do the swim and get across, and they'll work hard, and they'll risk dying to try. They'll risk failing to get to paradise. That's probably not me personally. Other people are like, don't want to do things alone. You know, I want someone with me, maybe not an expert, but a buddy. And, you know, kind of that's the whole jet ski positioning. Maybe that jet ski is going to cost you 10 grand. And maybe the right thing to do is not try and swim across, and is to go out back into Shit Island, pick up some dog shit for your salary, save up, and get yourself the jet ski. The reality of business online is it's no different to a shark infested, rain, windy, stormy ocean. Like, there are a lot of variables regardless what route you take, but you're massively increasing your chances of survival, success, results by positioning yourself with the vehicle that's going to do the job for you. And, you know, one of the guys yesterday or the day before when we were training was saying, look, we get some people that moan that we don't provide mentoring at basic from experts. And it's like, it's not affordable for us to do that. When somebody like Greg and Fiona, as a prime example, are out in the trenches every day, working their asses off to get results, they have a choice whether they mentor or not. And whether people like it or not, their time, just like my time or Jay's time or Richard Branson's time, people I would love to learn from, Elon Musk, are a lot harder to have as your guide, to have as your mentor or your coach. And as a company, I'm going to put this out there and tell you now that we lose money on most of our DEA sales right now. 100% hands down. If it wasn't for the profits that we make through SFM and our recurring membership, DEA wouldn't exist right now. And we're fine with that. And do you know why? Because we're all about investing. Jay and I wouldn't have put everything on the line to do DEA, including all of our own financial resources, if we didn't believe in it. But there's only so much that we can do for you. And don't be on Shit Island saying, I wish I was on the cruise ship, because wishing is only going to take you so far. You're not entitled to that cruise ship ticket unless you go and do the work or get the resources and be resourceful. And the thing is that I love about entrepreneurship is there's so many different ways that you can skin a cat. You know, a lot of people will say, I don't have the budget to go black, for example. I don't have the budget to go gold. And that's absolutely fine. But if you want any chance of being successful in the entrepreneurial world, you better get used to the word of being resourceful. Maybe find a business partner, maybe leverage credit, maybe sell your car, your couch. If you know that you need a better vehicle because of self-awareness to get across from shit to paradise, you better find the commitment to get your vehicle that you believe in. But here's the thing, if you think that you can just test it out, go and swim with the sharks, in the waves, with the water, and then see how you feel when you're swimming back for the 10th time, because you're wasting your time trying to figure out everything on your own without actually taking a step back and seeing what the reality is. Joshua, obviously, and I haven't met Joshua, but I assume made the commitment to get to gold. And I want to take my hat off and say, fair play. You picked your vehicle. you've got to that vehicle. And my belief is that your belief will be 10x, 100x of whatever it was before when you were positioned at the essential level, which is we're doing everything we can to provide what we can within the model of what we charge. $97 a month for a company that costs us $250,000 a month to run. Customer support, staff, everything that we're doing, our sales team, our revenue is growing, but so is our cost. And we're okay with that because our mission and our vision is to get more people on our jet skis, on our power boats, on our cruise ships, to make it more feasible, more realistic, more reliable, so that people can leave the ship behind and make it across to paradise. But the message I want to wrap up on this is please don't be that whinger, that moaner, that groaner, because you think that you can just not swim and you're entitled to anything else without being resourceful or without being committed or without working hard to position yourself in the right vehicle to succeed. There is no right or wrong answer. I have friends that would swim and they would swim it and they wouldn't moan about it. These are my mates that are in the Marines. These are my mates that are physically smashing life every day at the physical level. And they will do whatever it takes to have that body and have that outcome of health, which is the epitome of the vision they have for themselves. Not everybody is like that. I'm certainly not like that. I'm probably more of the speedboat guy. You know, I have never doubted 1 minute that I need mentorship. And I've never once doubted that I would need to be resourceful and spend my hard-earned money to get it. Never did I think I was entitled to it, and never will I think I'm entitled to it. Never will I be resentful to spend 15 grand to fly to Chicago for a couple of days with no after support, but just 2 days of insights, when I know that the value will be 10x to the company, to you guys. And I think that it's important for everyone to know within our community, we would love to provide the black level mentorship and training for everybody for free, but that's not reality. That's not the way business works. That's not the way the world works. So you need to pick your vehicle, you need to pick your path, and then you need to decide how you're going to go about it. Maybe you do join in November and you wait till March or April to upgrade to gold and you just stick in the trenches and further your education, but you still have that dream of getting to paradise. Because too many people try swimming for 10 minutes and then give up and stay in shit for the rest of their lives. And do you know what? If that's your mindset, that you're entitled to anything, my advice is get content with being on shit island. Because being content in shit island is probably a better life than trying and trying and trying and trying and trying to get to paradise and failing time and time again, but not learning from those failures. You know, the vision and the mission of our company is so big, it's so great. We want to keep improving every vehicle, better that canoe, better that sailboat, better that jet ski, better that powerboat, improve our cruise ship. And anyone that's been with us for any amount of time knows we're doing that. Everything's always improving. We started out with a vision, which was an architectural drawing of a cruise ship. And a lot of people bought into that vision. And a lot of those people are the people that are now in paradise. And I will be eternally grateful that people believed in our vision and our drawings before we could actually provide it. But guys, I keep hearing this, now's good timing of SFM, everything's good, that people couldn't be, you know, more correct, more accurate, because we've actually created our vehicles. Now we're just tuning them up. Silver, gold, platinum, black, they're there. We're fulfilling. We're getting results. We've made mistakes. We've learned from them, and we will continue to do that. But my God, our team are committed to making sure that we get as many of you across to paradise. But there's only so much we can do for you. So guys, I'm going to sign out. I've got to catch up with Jay. I apologize. He couldn't make it out. He's a bit under the weather. I actually think it's heat stroke personally. It's been boiling hot in New York. You know, I can't tell you, you know, the team, how much I appreciate you, the community, how much I appreciate you giving us your time, your ear. I cannot wait to meet so many of you at the up and coming events. I really appreciate it. And everyone that came out on the call, I'm not even going to start naming the names in case I forget anyone. again, appreciate you so much coming out and sharing your wisdom. It's impactful, and it's actually essential for our members to hear you guys as part of their journey. Cheers, JJ. Signing out.